Alright, let's get started with this box. I found this gorgeous piece. I'm probably not going to go through all pieces, but I'm going to go through several of them. So this piece right here is just so pretty. I picked it up and fell in love with it, and I was just amazed by, these are blue glass and as well as these, and the blue just glistens, which probably doesn't show on the camera too much, but when I flipped it over when I got home, it's full of verdigris. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, how did I miss that? This one of my flops, one of my things that happens when I'm out thrifting and there's a whole bunch of people around, and I get amazed by a certain piece that I don't even pay attention to the flaws on it. So a lot of times I'll check to make sure the clasp works. I'll look to see if it has a mark. Mostly on the clasp is where you can find that. This one is unmarked. And anyway, I took it, and I know this will be shame be upon me, but I put it in lemon juice and vinegar with a drop of Dawn, and it came out very nice. I mean, it's still got tarnish on some of the edges, some of the back sides, but it's going to forever have that, and there's nothing you can do about that. But you can recoat it in gold, which is another whole story, another whole video, which I never do. So anyway, you can tell it's vintage by the little rivet links. You don't see that too much anymore. But it came out nice. The only problem with soaking it is that the backs of the rhinestones can get ruined. The foil on the back, it'll seep in underneath and it'll ruin the foil on the back. But this piece was almost gone when I turned it over, like I said, and seen all that verdigris. So anyway, I got it clean, and it looks beautiful. I probably would price something like this starting at $35, and I definitely have to disclose some of the tarnish on the back. So this one right here is a nice chain layered mesh. I like the mesh bracelets. People seem to like them. Has that fold over clasp. This is just your typical $25, yeah, I would start it at $25. And I picked up a fossil watch. It has this interesting crystal on it. Comes to a point in the center. I don't pick up a whole lot of watches, just once in a while. This right here is amber, I believe. Let's take a good look at it. Tell me what you think. It's got some inside particles, and they're random. Oops, sorry. They're random. It has like a natural look to it, and it has the flow lines inside. If you can see that frosty, white, milky-ish flow, that pretty much tells me it's amber. I'm not 100% because amber is kind of deceiving once in a while, and it can be duplicated with resin. So I'd have to bring it to an amber expert to have them verify. There's a lot of tests you can do out there that I still question it at the end of the tests. So that doesn't help me all that much. And then the beads on the sides are glass, but they have this white interior, which is interesting to me. So there's something about this necklace that makes it very unique that I had to pick it up. And then I got some chain necklaces. And this one is a Laguna, which is pretty popular back in the 50s and 60s. Has some pretty AB rhinestones on it. It had some verdigris on the ends. And I soaked the ends in the same solution of the vinegar, lemon juice, and a drop of Dawn. And it got the gold cleaned up pretty well. But I only soaked the ends because if you would put this whole thing in there, it would probably peel some of the color off some of these beads. So I didn't want to take any chances. This was an interesting one too. It's a nice choker. Has these bar links holding faux pearls. This is something you would not put in a solution like that because them faux pearls really do peel easy. And a couple more. All right, let's move on to the next box. A lot of them other ones are more of a $25 range. We've got this gorgeous setup here of Amethyst. I believe this is newer. These are, I'm looking at the white beads. I'm hoping the white beads are not ivory. I'm not seeing any striations in them at the moment, but it's a glass amethyst necklace, bracelet, and earring set. This one, I would probably start it at $49.99. Check this one out. It's a pretty blue milk glass beaded necklace. And it has a bracelet with it. That's kind of what you see all entwined in here. I didn't take them apart. Toggle clasp, fairly new. Clasp, it looks like it might have been restrung, but it's got some cone beads on it. Pretty cool. This one I'd start at either 35 or 39. Let's go over here. I like to stay under the light. My light's over here. Oh no, it's missing a rhinestone. So sad. I don't believe that was missing before. It's right dead center too. But it's got this interesting link chain. I'll have to look, see if I can find the rhinestone for it. That one probably would have started at 25 to 29. This was an interesting handmade copper artisan piece. And I do love artisan pieces. This one has some kind of, I'm not sure what this is. It's an interesting stone, or let me see if it's cold. It is cold, but this room is cold, so I'm not sure. It's not signed. This is a piece I would still start at like $39.99. Has these little dangles on it. And these I do not pick up anymore. Haha. I can't resist them, especially when they are only wanting $1 or $2 for them. This one is really long. I bet it's 40 to 60 inches, somewhere in there. So I picked it up. This one is pretty pink. You can't really tell. It's a very light pink, and each bead, it's hand knotted in between each bead. That one is probably a $29.99 necklace. And here's another clear one that has some pretty clear faceted stones. And that one is hand knotted. That's another $30 piece. Here's an Avon camphor glass piece, marked Avon. I always pick these up. The camphor glass is sought after. I have to look up the current price on that because Avon fluctuates so bad. So I'll have to check on that. This linked necklace right there, that with the gold and the cream enamel, is Napier, and it is really a nice typical Napier necklace from the 80s. And here we got a beautiful green, let me put these down, green rhinestone, I guess you would say a pendant necklace. It's cute on the bottom there. Has the rhinestones all the way up the sides. That is about a 35 with the earrings. The earrings I don't think match, but they're screw back, so they're about the same time frame, but they're still not quite, they just didn't wear them with it as much as they wore the necklace because it's a different shade of green slightly, but I'll still put them together and I'll probably charge $40. And then we have this pretty opalite necklace with this beautiful crystal on the bottom. It's just gorgeous. If you can see it. And this is sterling. And you can see it's AB crystal. Lots of facets. This I would probably put 35 on. $34.99. And here's another typical Japan necklace with, it has some weight to it, so it's not a real light one. So some of these are glass, some are acrylic, lots of layers. That one's a good, probably started at $30. This one is a heavy metal bead. It is unbranded. You can see the clasp there. I always like picking up these gold bead necklaces. This one, they sell fairly fast. Probably a $30 one. Here's a nice beaded collar. These are lighter weight. It is probably acrylic beads. It is marked Japan on the hook. It's a nice collar. I don't know. I have to look these up. I haven't sold one in a while. They're probably in that $35 range. And here's a flop. I picked this up with a bunch of other ones. And the more I looked at it, I thought it wasn't like ethnic, but really it's so cheaply done. It is probably Indian with this type of clasp. From India, I should say, not like Native American. This is like, I don't know, these beads are peeling, so they've been dyed, and the stone is set in here so badly. It's like, I don't know, it's just poorly made. These beads are hand painted, it looks like, sloppily hand painted, just not a high quality necklace. I'll still try to sell it probably at the $20 range. It's still wearable, it's just not of higher quality. And this one is so pretty. It's vintage style. This is definitely not vintage, but it is a vintage style, and it has leather or a suede cord on it. But I thought it was still pretty. Still have buyers for vintage style pieces. It's made to look like Victorian. And here's a ribbed heart. This one's older. Them little bows are so cute on there. That adds just so much to it. Spring ring clasp. That one's probably a $25 one. This one was interesting. Has the barrel clasp on it. And these are the sugared beads. And it's probably, I don't know, from Japan. It's very lightweight. Has little glass seed beads in between. And it's still on the original string. That's one way you can kind of tell it's older. And it's dirty. The string is dirty. And it has a lot of give to it. But yeah, that one, I don't know. It's probably a $25 one. Alright, moving on to this tray. Look at these cute little starfish brooches. Neither one is marked, but they're so fun. This one has a little bit of glue showing on some of the rhinestones. This one I needed to clean up. It had some dirt on the white stones, so I cleaned them up. This one is really nice. It is not branded. No, it's not branded, but what an interesting, fun shape. This one is a 1928 brand. There's the design on the back. This is really pretty. It's more or less the antique or vintage style, Victorian style. This is an interesting, an interesting ring. Oh, let me hold this differently. It has this fun shape to it. I don't know how else to say it. It's a nice little, interesting, different shaped ring. I don't believe it's sterling. I'm not seeing any marks on the inside, but how fun is that? I believe it's early 1900s. Here's an interesting early 1900s bar brooch. Has a lot of rhinestones in it. These looks almost like smoky rhinestones, or either they have grayed over time, but it still fits. They're all about the same shade. Has this nice open work to it. You can see the back here. It has a tube hinge. And this is a safety roll clasp, which doesn't really go, so it makes me think something was repaired on it. Might just be artisan made, or the clasp was fixed. It might have some solder joints there that they reused an old clasp. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So this one might be a newer front to it and an older pin on it. So the pin is saying 1930s. so it was probably fixed in the 1930s, or it's an artisan made one. We have some cute little stick pins. I've been getting into stick pins lately. So we have this nice little heart, which is just a heart. It's not a locket. That one's newer, probably 50s, 60s. This is a cute little enamel flower. And we have this great Victorian one with probably, it's either an amethyst in the middle or just a rhinestone. This is nice. I'd probably list this at $49.99. Does not have the clasp on the end. A lot of times they didn't, or they don't come with it anymore. And the little flower. With a tiny little faux pearl, seed pearl in the middle. That one's really cute. That's probably more of a $30 one. And then this great older turtle stick pin. I don't know, I'm thinking maybe 30s, 40s for this one. And then this one, the heart. Just kind of has a 50s, 60s vibe to it. See, the back is pretty just plain, flat, simple. Then we have this gorgeous Austrian crystal one. It's smaller and has made in Austria up there. And it's, the crystals just glisten, as you can see here. Hopefully you can see that. They are so pretty. But this one, I'd say, is more in the $30 range, but it'd probably get marked down. This is a nice Art Nouveau one. And it has like two tones, almost like a gold, two tones of gold, or maybe copper and gold. And leaves and flowing stuff. That usually defines Art Nouveau. Here's what the pin looks like. It's got this wire C-clasp. That's usually older. And then this, the hinge side, has like early 1900s. So that fits about Art Nouveau time. So yeah, that's a great piece. I love that one. Oh, and this one, here's a Victorian belt buckle. It's only half. This is sterling. And it says 8 on it, which I don't know what that represents. And it has another stamp on it, but I can't tell what it says. It's a great little cherub. That one, I would say this one I would probably put at $50 to $60. And this is a AJC. You can see there in the center, AJC. It's a fleur-de-lis stamped brooch, pressed, I should say. It's kind of a interesting textured brooch with a little dangle. AJC is American Jewelry Company. That one's probably a $25, $30 brooch. This is a Damascene tray. I just thought that was so cute. I thought I'd throw that in. This fits in with my shipping because if I find stuff that's small that will fit in my jewelry poly mailers, I usually buy it. Not, well, if it's decent. It shows that it's from Spain. It's a Toledo, Spain piece. That one, I don't know, 25 probably. Here's a cute little enamel flower, and they are popular, especially right now. I think with spring coming, people like to put their enamel pins up on display. And this is probably a $20 one. It's kind of small. Here's a pretty rhinestone brooch. Missing a rhinestone, just now noticed that. Probably gonna have to fix that. And here's an interesting purse dangle. Love the cherry lucite. It's a Coach. Not sure exactly if it's Coach or not. But the lucite dangles are so fun. I probably would say it's a $40 purse dangle. And you're probably wondering, here's a trinket box. Why does she have a trinket box? I thought, first of all, this was glass. I thought it was an older casket. I love the heart-shaped with the older turquoise color. Turquoise always gets me. I don't know what it is, but it's not marked or the tags off of it. It's still an adorable piece, even though this is just like plexiglass. I don't even know what I'd price that at. 20, 25, something like that. And these are like faux dragon's breath. Look at the flare. I believe they're faux. Normally they have open backs if they're actual dragon's breath, and you see like an orange glow kind of on the back, but there are variations of it. It's just an AB coating, it looks like, on the outside, so it's not actual dragon's breath. Dragon's breath has a foil on the inside that gives it a flash when you turn it in the light, and this just has like an AB coating on the outside of the bead, so that is not actual dragon's breath, but made to look like it. Aren't these gorgeous though? Great earrings, great clip earrings. And then we have some St. John earrings. I was so happy to find these. I love picking up St. John pieces. It's kind of a enamel goldstone look to it. It's not actual goldstone, but it has that kind of look to it with the texture around it. These are probably $50, $60 earrings. Very happy to find that. You can see it simply says St. John on the back. There we go. And oh, this piece. How fun is this? You know what this is? It's an old little address book. Isn't that cool? And they got the old phone numbers on it, and it's all 1 number dash 4 numbers. That's how old this piece is. That's pretty cool, and it says their address on it. It reminds me of a little piece you would hang on a chatelaine. And here's a little celluloid brooch that's painted. That's pretty cool. It's got a C clasp, so that's telling you it's about the right time frame, probably 30s, 40s. Here's some Asian screwback earrings with the little man with the cart on glass. I think that's glass. It looks like it. These I'd probably sell for 35, somewhere in there. And here's some Avon piece earrings. There's some, they call these heirloom. And then I have these. I pick up Avon earrings once in a while, not very often. I'll probably put them together, probably for $30. And then these fun glass bead hat pins. Two of them are long, long, long. The one black one is shorter. Falls right about, where's the end? Right here. So these are long. They normally sell for $10 a piece, but I'd probably put these all together and then throw in this extra little pearl one, which you can see here has a little pearl on the end. I'll put all 4 of them together probably for $49.99. Something in that area. Let's scroll over here and look at some of the bracelets. I don't know. I pick these up all the time. This type. All 4 of these glass beaded, just fun glass beads. They only really sell for $15. I put them at $20. Sometimes they sell for $15. Here's another one. I like the square beads on this one, and the color of it is so pretty. That's another $19 one. Here's a Monet chain. I like to pick these up when they're reasonable because I can throw them in with a little Monet lot. And this is a little perfume bottle, or a little, it's a little bottle, and this one actually has the cap with it. Usually you don't see the caps on them anymore, This is probably a $30 bracelet. This one's fun. Seashells, and this is milk glass. It feels like glass. It has a little bit of weight to it. It has all the white enamel seashells. Here's a clamper or cloisonne. I think I picked this one up because I have some earrings that match. I was going to put them together. Look at that one. This is a Liz Claiborne. This is newer. Kind of has this just expandable thing to it. Liz Claiborne sells pretty good. Not all of it, but that one's probably a $25 piece. And this is probably, I'd probably mark this at $29.99 or $25. Beautiful. I love these. They have little rhinestone accents throughout. It's hinged. And the butterfly enamel is so cute. And then I found several pieces of mother of pearl bracelets. Sometimes I put them together. Here's a Whiting and Davis. Hinged. Has a safety clasp. This one I'd probably put at $35. Yeah, I would say that's about right. And here is just a shell mother of pearl. I guess you could call that mother of pearl. Hinged, not hinged, with a snap clasp, or we call them fold over clasps. eBay calls them snap clasps. 3 layers. This is probably, I'd probably put it at $29.99. And then a copper bracelet. I like this one. It kind of has a mix of gold and copper on it. Gold tone, that is. And then last two are these clear lucite. This one's pearlized. I guess made to look like mother of pearl, but it's just pearlized resin and clear lucite. Pretty cool. I love these things. These are probably $25 bracelets. And that's the extent. What was your favorite piece? If you're interested in any piece you see here today, just email me which piece and use the timestamp on the video of the piece you're interested in and include your PayPal email address and I can work out a price with you. We do not do international shipping, but you can visit my eBay store at Finds of Yesterday if you're interested in purchasing that way. That's fine. This video is from February of 2026, so if you're watching this at a later date, some of these pieces may not be available at that time. But I appreciate you watching and thank you. Have a great day and see you on the next one.